Now, if you're buying a house and the house that you're interested in has all these upgrades and features and all that, know that you do not have to pay extra for them. My client bought a house in November and the house had almost all of my list. Actually, it was a brand new house and we based on the offer on the square footage, not on those extra features that basically nobody wants to use them anyway. So it worked out, and plus we got a pretty sweet deal out of it. Now, if you don't agree with me, watch until the end and then write in the comments. I'm okay with that. Number one is freestanding tubs. Okay, when I see it everywhere, I feel like, oh, how would I get in? First of all, I'm thinking if I'm putting my butt on it, the cold porcelain on my butt is not a very good image. And then, okay, let's say I got in, somehow I took this giant step and got into the tub, and then I want to relax, I want to read a book, maybe there's nothing around it to put something. Like, okay, you can put a stool next to you, but why? You know, it's so much space that is used for something that you might do it once when you buy the house, the first time you buy the house, and that's it. Let's stay in the same room. Jacuzzis. Now, let's talk about jacuzzis because those are huge usually and they take a lot of space and they are not clean. You need to maintain it every 2 weeks. You need to clean it in a special way and people are not doing it. And the jacuzzis are usually in the older homes. The new homes do not have jacuzzis, thankfully. But are you going to pay extra for the jacuzzi in the house? No, definitely not. Because you are probably going to spend money to remove it to begin with. So it's not a feature that you want to pay extra for. Number 3 is gourmet kitchens. Now, some people go all out and they decide to make this dream kitchen and they think it's going to increase the value of their home so much that the buyers are going to come in and they're going to say, oh my God, this is amazing. But if they've done it 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it already looks outdated. And you have all these features, you have Sub-Zero fridge, you have Wolf appliances, you have the best of the best. And are you going to pay extra for that special kitchen? Most likely not. Do not think that, oh my God, if I see this amazing kitchen, I need to pay extra. Yes, for appliances, maybe. I would say yes, but not for the ornate or outdated cherry kitchens that are over the top and the homeowner spends $70,000 on it. That doesn't mean that you have to pay extra money. Now, let's go back to the bathrooms. You know, the huge showers that we see in new construction homes, they are like humongous. You can take a bath with the whole family, like 6-7 people can take a bath at the same time. You have a rainfall, or you have a head coming this way, head coming that way. It's like so busy. And you look at it, you go, oh, who is going to use that many? It's like over the top luxury. Are you going to pay extra for that? I don't think so. The linear shower drains, they look so cool and so modern, but they collect scum and are pretty hard to clean. Now, the next one is central vacuum systems. Now, we don't see those in new built houses anymore, but if you're buying a house that is a little bit older, you will see a central vacuum and you ask the owner, have you used it? I have no idea. It was there when I bought the house 20-30 years ago and we maybe used it once or twice. Now we have portable vacuums, so nobody really is paying extra for a central vacuum. No. Now, heated driveways sound like an amazing idea because, you know, the snow can melt and then you can just drive out of your house. Think about this way. It's a lot of maintenance. It requires repairs and the repairs can be very costly. So heated driveways, yes, in states where there are long winters and lots of ice and snow, like in Massachusetts, might be very attractive, but I would not pay extra for the heated driveway. It's one of those extra upgrades that people do and then they go, oh, maybe it wasn't worth it. Let's talk about pools. Now, indoor pools, it's a no-no in my book because it smells, you have to spend a lot of money to have that climate control, this and that, and it sounds luxurious, but it really is not. Maintenance is too expensive. I wouldn't pay extra for a house that has a pool inside the house. You're talking about humidity control and all that. It's just too much. Outdoor pools, depending on where you live, you're living in a climate where you can use it 6 months out of the year, definitely it will add value, and you should pay extra for a house with a pool. But if you're living in a climate where 2 months out of a year, that's the max, so maybe 6-7 times in a year you're going to use that pool, the maintenance and all the work that goes into the pool, I don't think it's worth it, and I don't think you should pay extra for it. Well, on the other hand, if you are so wealthy that you can afford a butler, then definitely you should have a pool. Outdoor kitchens. Now, my client bought and sold a house that was kind of medium-sized, smallish house, but it had an amazing outdoor kitchen. And he was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm going to buy this. And then they sold the house, and it was easy to sell, I have to say. But how many times have you used it? 0. And how many times the previous owner used it? 2. Are you going to pay extra for the outdoor kitchen that you might never use it? Again, it depends on the climate of the place you are living in. If your climate is moderate and you can use it 6 months out of the year, totally will add value to the house, and you should pay extra for that. But if not, don't bother. I want to know what you think about these upgrades. If you think you will pay extra for this feature, let me know in the comments. And by the way, if you're thinking of buying a house and you need an expert advice and help, I'm connected to wonderful agents in your area. So let me know. I can connect you. I interview the agents. I make sure they're a perfect fit for you. And you can schedule a consultation with me for free. The links are below. Now, the next one is a wine cellar. Again, it looks very cool, and it gives you bragging rights. If you're a wine enthusiast, definitely it's worth it. But when you're ready to sell the house, how many wine enthusiasts are you going to get? So it's something that you need to think about. You need to have a climate controlled area, temperature, all this and that. A regular fridge for wine probably will work perfectly fine. So are you going to pay extra for that? I don't think so. The next one is home theater. It's very cool when you go to see a house that has a home theater. It's special seats and dark walls, no windows and all that, and maybe a popcorn machine. It sounds interesting. It sounds that you're going to spend time there. But how many people do? Now with the streaming services and everything, people don't do that. Okay, maybe you'll use it 2 times when your kids invite their friends over and they have a movie night and all that. That's fabulous. But again, I wouldn't pay extra for that feature. My name is Noune. I might be different. I might have a completely different ideas about this, but I want to hear what you think about this. I'm a real estate agent in Massachusetts. If you are thinking of moving into Massachusetts and want to buy a house, reach out to me. Always happy to talk to you. And now watch my video about what houses not to buy.